Members of the Fourth Estate Congress Hall, let me welcome you to this special press conference. We are here this afternoon for two reasons. A public notice will be read out to you unveiling and introducing the newly elected National Executive to you members of the Fourth Estate and the entire nation. And we also will read to you a press statement bordering on activities around harassment, intimidation of key officials and members and supporters of our party. But before we get to the statement, let me quickly introduce the dignitaries and important personalities around the high table. I have Mohammed Pope Kamara, who is the elected Deputy National Publicity Secretary. J. Holland Kasho Cole, Chairman, Western Region. Madam Safi, Women's Leader, Western Region. Challenge. Honorable Al-Hassan Kamara, Deputy Chairman, Western Region. Honorable Mahmoud Tarawali of Boloko District. Chairman Manga, West District Chairman, Western Region. Dr. S.S. Mara, Chairman, Buenadugu District. Mr. Zaino Utman, Organizing Secretary, Western Region. Of course, we just saw our Chief Imam. And you have Usman Jallo, our newly elected Financial Secretary, nationally. Lawyer Kaloko, who was one of our flag bearer aspirants. Madam Emunatu Kuruma, the National Treasurer. Chairman C.S. Kamara, Deputy National Organizing Secretary. We have Honorable Wuro Timbo, our National Chief Whip. Honorable Kaloko. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot introduce everyone. We have a very short time. I'll now pass the mic on to the National Secretary General of the All People's Congress, Lawyer Lansana Dumbuya, to read out the public statement. Thank you very much.
The Chairman, Leader of Opposition in Parliament, members of the High Table, Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen, I take this opportunity this afternoon to present to you members of the newly national officers of the party. The All People's Congress wishes to inform the general public that at its National Delegates Conference held in Makeni, 30th February 2023, the following national officers, with the exception of the national leader, were elected to serve for a term of 3 years, pursuant to Article 52A of the APC Constitution of 2022, commencing from the 20th of February 2023 to the 20th of February 2026. The following persons were elected in the following positions. Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara as the national leader to flag bearer of the All People's Congress political party. Honorable Alhaji Minkailu Mansare as the national chairman of the party. Ambassador Alhaji Usman Fodiyan Saneh as the deputy national chairman of the APC party. And my humble self, Lansana Dumbuya, as the national secretary general of the APC party. Honorable Usman Timbo as the deputy national secretary general of the APC party. By Mahmoud Bangura as the national organizing secretary. Colonel C.S. Kamara as the deputy national organizing secretary. C.D. Yaya Tunis as the national publicity secretary. Ahmed Kamara as the deputy national publicity secretary. Mrs. Memunat Kuruma as the national treasurer. Aliu Kamara Taylor as the deputy national treasurer. Africanus Soyi Sise Esquire as the national legal advisor. Miss Geraldine O.P. Manley Spain as the deputy national legal advisor. Mr. Usman Jalo as the national financial secretary. John Soyi Kaba Conte as the deputy national financial secretary. Reverend Michael Samora as the national chaplain. Sheikh Mohammed Lamin Kamara as the national imam. Honorable Wuro Timo Jalo as the national whip. The following officers were also elected at their various special organ elections conducted before the National Delegate Conference to serve for similar terms. And by virtue of their appointments in those organs, they are also part of the national officers of the party. Mayama Lobangura as the national women's leader. Ya Hajaya Mami Mansu Kamara as the deputy national women's leader. Bernadette Yila Kago as the secretary National Women's Congress. Thomas Conte as the national veterans leader. Dr. Joseph Sam Sise as the deputy national veteran leader. Peter S. Mansare as the secretary National Veterans Congress. Anthony Usman Kanu as the national leader, persons with disability. Lehman Bok as the secretary, persons with disability. Ibrahim Prince Tolly as the national young leader. Anne Subanad as the deputy national young leader Congress. Ibrahim Bai Tarawali as the secretary national young Congress. In addition to the elections of the national officers, elections were held also conducted for the positions of regional non-executive national advisory committee members. The internal auditor, National Internal Elections Management Committee, coordinator, and members of the Internal Elections Management Committee. These are the members of the national officers of the All People's Congress political party. A copy will be made available by the public relations officer to members of the 4th Estate. Thank you.
Members of the High Table, officers, supporters, members of the party, members of the 4th Estate. This is a press statement. It is with utter dismay and anguish we make this press statement touching and concerning violent attacks on our party officials and supporters perpetrated by state apparatus on the 22nd of February 2023 during the occasion of the return to Freetown of our flag bearer, Dr. Samora Kamara, and a newly elected national executive, after having been given full permission and cover by the Sierra Leone police. It could be recalled that on that day, in what was generally termed the triumphant entry of the All People's Congress flag bearer into Freetown, hundreds of thousands of suffering Sierra Leoneans and party faithfuls flooded the streets to show solidarity for our candidate for the 2023 presidential election. Having seen the remarkable and spontaneous gathering of Sierra Leoneans like never seen before for presidential candidate, the state apparatus sprang into action to quench the peaceful solidarity displayed and halt the camaraderie shown by Sierra Leoneans to our candidate. We received reports of violent and unprovoked physical attacks on our National Secretary General, Mr. Lansana Doumbouya, and his entourage, the driver and security personnel of the mayor of the Freetown municipality, Her Worship Yvonne Akisoya, Madam Jennifer Kakpo, a former aspirant for the position of Deputy National Chairperson of the party, and the wife of the former Minister of Finance and the occupants of her vehicle. The seizure of the vehicle and other effects of Mahmoud Tarawali, former Deputy Minister of Lands, the beating, molestation and temporary detention of retired AIG Karu Kamara, and a multitude of other supporters and sympathizers, all perpetrated by state security forces, military officers, believed to be members of the Presidential Guard Force, in no less a place but at a checkpoint spontaneously mounted close to the State Lodge at Hill Station in Freetown. Like any other unsuspecting vehicular users of the road, these people were passing by peacefully and without any crowd. Our Secretary General and the passengers were asked out of his vehicle, his red cap roughly taken off his head, and he was ordered handling of events, fired tear gas canisters, and nearly caused a stampede. Our party supporters were again beaten and police officers and bundled in drugs. At this juncture, I will call on some of the victims to narrate their ordeals. I will call on the Secretary General, Lansana Doumbouya Esquire, to explain what transpired. Lansana Doumbouya. Secretary General, Lansana Doumbouya Esquire, explain what transpired.
As we're all aware, for those of you who may not be able to appreciate exactly what I want to say. There are other people here who may want to get exactly what I want to say to the public. I will be giving my explanation to you. I mean, Wednesday when we come out McKinney, I the one come earlier at the party office since I realized, say, as the newly elected National Secretary General, me will be one of the people that will officiate the program within a party office. So since the entourage been very far from me, it was really, you know, not possible for me to get to them because of the way how the convoy delay. I decided to take a bypass na the new road, the Jewel Regent bypass. Okana party office earlier, I can see waiting to happen, you know, so that everything will be in place for the flag bearer come, the leader come, so that we were able to do the program. So when I get to the checkpoint, there was a checkpoint there, then break we in a kind of aggressive manner. So I decided to say, let we break for obey the law, because I mean things say, I mean normal routine check. Initially, things say na normal routine check. Something, you know, something is wrong. So when they not throwing all thing, they find out say they not able to see all thing, anything. At that particular point, they kick me on my side, kick me on my head, you know, put pepper spray for me and all the rest of it. So after when they don't do that, they left me for some time. They go concentrate on the driver, and because I been get one lady also at the vehicle, I been get another gentleman at the vehicle where them know as he say. So then they concentrate for them. They left me at that short period of time. They now somebody get for video me, explain what happened. As soon as they video me, where we get that short video day, now when the person doesn't send on a WhatsApp, I think they become very, very angry and aggravated. They confiscate the phone, and I tell you that they beat me further, check me close, and you know, and kick me up. So many things they do to me that day. It was really terrible. It was as if they were beating a common criminal. And I tell them, I say, why would they do this thing? They say, now President Bill send them. I mean, I am not against President Bill. I'm just being honest what was said to me. Now I tell them, say, okay, I even utter the word. I say, okay, if now send now, I say, it just this stone throw away. I say, now you one day, when I take me go inside there, make it go know the kind of person where they beat. They say we not carry go outside, now we deal with you, they don't give you instructions, we they go pull on all now host them one this net we they kill you. Yes, they said that. I mean, they said that. I'm not in any anger, I'm not trying to make any allegation against anybody. The one that will know me in a life, they will tell you say I'm not a life and person. So then begin to beat me, driver, then mark, then use some kind thing where they mark him back, then whap on him back. As you say, when I don't see that video there. And we gonna go fabricate that video there. Not do something we go fabricate. So when they done, I then tell you say, pack them back, you know, we pack the bag back, we put them inside. But I can tell you, I say they were very, very angry. They be vexed, and be angry, they be really angry. But I tell God thank you for waiting happen. At least my life not go that next day. Because something else will be happen. For God say make them tap them, side and tap them. So when we come on here, we come party office at the time when I see the second video. Because I'm in the take them. But my own phone be inside the pocket. So they not take my phone. The vehicle we will be there now being a Toyota Corona. But there was another vehicle in front where the new people, because now 2 vehicles they work out with, where they said they don't beat them, they don't molest them, then take the vehicle from them, then take the vehicle when I got 4 AMW 431. Where did that for? Una we know me for that vehicle there. If I had the vehicle that they were left for ride past all other vehicles, because for me it's comfortable. So they take up. When I put pepper spray in my eye, so many other things happen around me where I don't know again. But I sure see some other people where they with me, where I'm a driver, know as he say, they know some of the other issues that will happen around me. But this now what happen with me personally. And I want to ask the people that were responsible or make sure say they investigate. Because this not thing will not happen to anybody. It not happen to anybody, irrespective of whatever political situation, political gymnastics, or political rigmaroles when they happen in the country, it not happen to somebody. Because Salon a democratic society, a disciplined society. So if I get to this point, I think I will give other people them or make themselves face their own ordeal will happen with them. So I thank you all who pay attention to me, and I want to thank the party again for giving me the opportunity for giving this audience to the people.
Plenty of the Congress don't beat when they don't put beside it. When a woman be explained when they get for call, they don't take plenty of people and we don't go beside it. Including one of the visible way the National Secretary General they talk about. They take all the phones them, and we have the driver a phone, and one of them will be low really front his phone. They take an eye. And then we are so terrible at that moment. And plenty of people are waiting to come out from the president, he also they can beat you. And the security personnel, they don't become unlucky unless when they see the people who will be there, the president will work with. The station saying the chair the president in Ghana, when a president view in Ghana, and the chair order here. So we get putting up for where we the past. To be honest, now people like they go their normal business, they don't check them. They put out order thing, they don't visit them. People like they go them and bike, they don't visit them. But as soon as you identify you, and they say we are not ready for 6 hours. They made a statement. We are trying for on August 10. Now we are trying to begin to one now. They take phones them and the driver license, they beat them mercilessly. And some of them people say so now we don't know the way about. So they ask the party for request some of the comrades because we need for live peaceful in this country as a comrade. We need for live as Sierra Leonean. The country belongs to you all. If they don't beat me, they take the National Secretary General up to now we partly, so they ask the party and the international community for stepping and they need for protect you as peaceful Sierra Leonean. So that's all I'm going for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Laura Sisi. Madam Jennifer Kagbo, are you present here? Yes. Madam Jennifer Kagbo, a very senior member of the party and a former aspirant for the position of Deputy National Chairperson of the party. Apart from his service to the party and to this country, she has served internationally with the United Nations and also that the wife of the former Minister of Finance, Bank Governor, etc. Honorable Mamadou Kagbo. Madam Jennifer Kagbo, please.
That I respect the high table. On the night of 22nd, come out in a joyous mood for welcome the aspirant, the flag bearer, and the whole entourage. But after that, I decided to take a short cut so that we hope to come to the party. As I approach at think I remember there's Box Drive. I remember Box Drive. On Box Drive, the one gentleman kind of break me a little bit. So, mommy, and they beat people and don't yonder. And we don't beat this man himself. We are lucky. We were there. But I continue for proceed. There was no way I could have turned back. So I come, we stop at the junction. They ask me, driver, for get out with the other passengers. But me, I not big grab. I not big promote inside the motor car. I sit down at the front. The driver go out with the other passengers, then they open the back boot, and start search, nothing on it, and still slap me driver. You know, but I tell and say, calm down, calm down. So when we don't finish, they drive me off, they say, okay, go. Then another set of presidential guard, they came from across the street. They were now brandishing guns. There were guns now, you know, brandishing at us. And at that point, I closed the latch of my car. You know, then I begin for throw. What that cost them? It didn't cost me, you know, but myself I answer small. I'm very I tell them, say, I said, I'm a senior citizen of this country. I said, I will not be intimidated by you. I said, I have a right in this country to drive safely to my home. At that point, they became very angry at me, but thank God, the door was locked. You know, I responded to them. I think that at that point, any man take the Yahweh stout, and stout with the dream. Then throw the stout in my car. Then the kind of can meet me inside the motor car. You know, but the car was locked. When I go downstairs, the car in handle broke. And pull the car in handle, the car in handle broke. So at that point, you know, we record. There is a small recording. But because we will play music inside the car, the recording kind of play over. When you go hear when they throw the invectives on us, you go hear Mr. Fion's voice at the background while they tell them, say, what you are doing is not right. We are peaceful citizens who have a right to be in our country and be safe in our country. And if any day I ready for telling that me, Jennifer Chicago, I get right inside Sierra Leone, but I'll be safe in the country. And these they were wearing military uniforms. There was one wearing a blue suit. They were playing blue suit with a light collar inner shirt, you know, and they were very aggressive. But I'm not intimidated. Because I don't do nothing for being intimidated. I was not carrying anything that was criminal in nature or compromising in nature for make afraid. So I was not afraid, you know. And that's the spirit I believe we get for take. We got to take that spirit of not fearing them. Because the one who afraid them, and me, Jennifer, who afraid them. You know, that's what I get for saying. It was clear from my tone of voice that I was not intimidated.
Thank you very much, Madam Jennifer Kago. And I can confirm that when he says so, I have the video clips and also the voice notes confirming exactly what happened. I'll also call on Mahmoud Tarawali, former Deputy Minister of Lands, for making himself narrate his story.
Thank you very much. The newly elected executive public, all distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy for attending this meeting today, and it's an opportunity for letting the public know the experience and the ordeal with me and the driver go through on Wednesday nights. We all see the mammoth crowd where we will couch from Waterloo, and by the time we reach after this first toll gate na Hastings, when that truck come for load the leadership of the party, I decide for let me driver go round. I tell the driver, say, what you go do? Go round one time, let you go and park the motor at party office. Because already I don't anticipate say we will take long before we reach her. So I tell the driver for go round, and it was well jam-packed. All the things that they knew how they travel and they packed next thing our motor they go for. So the Makut pull up, the feet pull up. So by the time we reach Kisi Road, where we get the Secretary General, in video, we dey inside the truck, we wan dey share am, we wan sit down, remember no so, we wan sit down and say, ah, is it true? So I see the driver dey call me, it was a distress call. He call me fast, call me, they call me. At some point I dey pick the call. But the place was too rowdy, it be too noisy. So I no be able to understand wetin dey talk. You know, I text am say, text me, but something must be wrong. Till I make fun sef, I say, hey, this video wey I see for Nansala, dem no be say for himself, they don be tamil. You know, so I became worried. By the time we reach Mountain Court, now I say, you know what? Now I can go this truck, when the traffic blocks for, now I go find one corner, we not too noisy. I call you, Bobo. Now I say, I be call you because as we reach IMAT checkpoint, he said, then Soldier Maya, pull am over. If I'm in the middle of the street, they say they break. Because they say he gets Samuel Kamara, the poster, see na wire. So he said, we good people them. No, so he said, well, he tell they say, no, me boss say like camera, and I said, no matter what the motor pull up. Now me one thing like motor, I said, put your glass door. In the process, the Bobo say the ops officer on a mountain come meet Sunday. He advises say if these people don't get anything of national security, we not allow the people to go. They say nothing. So the ops officer when they talk on phone, he say he left the day. He go be on patrol. So eventually, there was a when that ops officer don't go, then 2 military men here force am, they open the mouth, the one sit down inside, the one get motorbike. One dey ride Honda. Local car go na police station. I said, okay, which police station? He not tell me the police station. He say, check na Mountain, check na Cold Cross, check na Lumley. I said, right, okay. I chat a keke, I go round. I don't see the vehicle. I carry back. That Thursday, I almost spend the rest of the day na State Lodge. The argument is say one of them come out at one of the senior officers. He come on at the security post. I say, okay. He say, I don't follow what wetin don transpire. I say, this man na gentleman. He say, I want to go home. He say, well, let's talk to himself. Tomorrow morning, if you come, you dey get it. I say, all right. Now I go home. I patient to Friday morning back I come. What kind of morning? I don't meet this officer. But I meet one guy, he say na driver to the president. But he know me more. He say, Mahmoud, I want to see you and this talk, make a dinner. So if you follow the story, here this guy will promise the previous day, they go talk na corner. Then they say, all right, go home, take the numbers. After Friday prayers, come for the motor. So I go home on Friday. After prayers, I call them up. Eventually, when they pick, the guy said, "Me dey anger." I say, "Man, but they're too stubborn." He say, "I don't talk all kind of way now. They still they insist, say they don't get you motor." He say, "I think say for take action." I say, I say, "I hope say when this thing dey go public and the presidency go carry inside, they will go feel embarrassed. I don't go blame me. I say, I don't patient with you enough. All I want is my vehicle." You know, we now call Fire Sane. I call SG. I call Fire Sane. Fire Sane call IG. We discuss about going to CID. So as I speak to you now, I don't report the matter to CID from Saturday. I went back yesterday, and I just come also back. By the estimation, and they far advanced in building the fire. I believe say by tomorrow, they will invite the Sojaman through the military headquarters according to them, will involved into this matter. So far, these are the difficulties we don't go through. The Motkana AMC 466. How about for that Motkana? that is sports edition, AN6466. Now in grey and now she's color in color. So we are what did the mommy say? Me, I don't want to let them here bring with enthusiasm go. To me, this will be a challenge. And I pursue them. And I told them, I swear to God, I pursue them to last because already the information where I don't get from some of the officers, you don't understand? Don't give me the impression, say, that thief they are for thief motor. If that thief them just hijack that motor, they don't go back and the checkpoint that stays lodge, I will say that hijackers. But this one, where I know say yes, that's what they do. I don't want to mourn you say, let me check the police station. They fake me. Anyway, now thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mahmoud Tarawali. I will call on Dr. S.S. Mara for explaining what it transpired in the big way that we did with the retired AIG Karo Kamara. Thank you very much.
Please permit me to observe the protocols. My name is Captain Retired Sayo Sorimara, a war veteran, and also the former Director General of the Security and Intelligence Service at ONS, and also former Intelligence and Security Advisor to the President. On the 23rd February, on the 23rd February, on or about 4:25 a.m., myself and former or retired AIG Karo were en route to our premises somewhere along Kisi Road, precisely very close to Upgon. There was a checkpoint, and then we stopped. They approached us, and myself and the driver, because Mr. Karo was seated at the back. So they came to the back, they watched, and then they identified him. And one of them shouted, "Oh, this is Karo Kamara, AIG." And they said, "You remember what you did to me in Kenema?" There were 5 of them. The other one about 5 feet 2 inches. And then they became very, very aggressive. And then they took Mr. Karo from the vehicle. They started beating him up. And the other guy said Mr. Karo locked him up for 10 days. So I came down and I said, please, using the concept of empathy, this was an AIG stationed in his office. And whosoever is brought to that office, for whatever crime is committed, be it treason or whatever felonious crime, it is his responsibility to investigate. So, are you implying that you have some grudge against the AIG? So, at the altar of that particular statement, then the other guy rushed. He was carrying an AK-47, which I spotted long ago. And by appearance, it was already cocked. You know, so he advanced with the rifle, and the other guy told him to keep off. probably he knew me, you know. So from a distance, and then they sprayed the pepper spray on us, and they were very angry now. Two of them, they wanted to, you know, beat up Mr. Carroll very badly, but we are also trying, you know, for them not to, you know, do exactly what they wanted to do. So at that point, there was a patrol team by the SLP. So they came and they met us there, and then they were able to identify Mr. Carroll as their former boss. So they said, okay, hence this place is very close to the Ross Road police station, so let's go to the police station. And then we drove, because the police patrol team, they were like 10 in number. So went to the police station, and then the vehicle was parked, and they said they do not believe the vehicle, there are arms and ammunition in the vehicle because they've seen Mr. Carroll. And once we are there, then I identified myself. As a gentleman, I'm retired Captain Mara, and also former Director General of the ONS. And then they look at me with amazement, and I said, the vehicle is going to be searched, but we are going to make sure we take cognizance of forensic consideration. So the policemen or women who are going to search the vehicle, make sure you have plastic and gloves. So whatever arms and ammunition you see in the vehicle, will be able to trace the fingerprint. So at that point, you know, they said, okay, so they searched the vehicle, nothing was found, but the other guy, you know, kept explaining his ordeals, the time he was, you know, in police custody from Kenema to the CID and everything. Then I asked Mr. Carroll, do you know this guy? And Mr. Carroll said, yes. He was brought to the police station for allegedly, you know, having committed murder. So he was there. He was there at the custody, and Mr. Carroll even explained how he was personally, you know, buying food for them for about 10 days before they were transferred at the CID. He asked him, is that not so? And the guy said, yes. And I said, well, if that is the case, why are you exercising grudge against him? And then, just like the other speakers have said, they said, oh, but look, you guys are very, very senior guys. What are you doing on the street by 4 o'clock in the morning? You know, and I said, I think it is our political right to associate whatever political party you want to associate with. That is one. And secondly, I don't think if it's a crime to be on the street 4 o'clock in the morning or even 5 o'clock in the morning. So by and large, they returned. For me, I was having 2 phones, and later they were a little bit apologetic because now they knew the people they were dealing with, and then they returned one of my phones, and I said I haven't seen the other one. They said, oh, you can come and search us, we don't have it, and all these things. Mr. Carroll also lost his phone also during the process, and even my driver also lost his phone. So we are there, and then the officer said, okay, Lisa, we will advise that you sleep here, because if you leave at this time going home, maybe you will encounter another group again. You know, so they said, oh, okay, let's go. The colonel has just called us. You know, but just like the Secretary General and others have said, they all claimed to be members of the Presidential Guard. That also they made clear to us. But you know, for the purpose of this particular conference, I will stop so far, because with my background, I'm also doing my own private investigation, and the details of that cannot be divulged. Thank you.
The statement continues. Members of the Fourth Estate, members of the APC party here present, we were not expecting our first press conference to be about this. Our party is the government in waiting, and our hope was to share with you our programs and policies to build back Sierra Leone once we take power through the ballot box on the 24th. Intimidation tactics, harassment, arrest or bullying will scare us. No intimidation tactics, harassment, arrests or bullying will scare us. We will not be fazed. Our people know what this election is about. It is about their survival and saving the soul of this nation. What was clearly evident was scare on their part, so they resorted to intimidation. Rest assured, the APC will only take power through democratic means. The All People's Congress vehemently condemns all these acts of violence, harassment, and gross human rights abuses meted by state security forces. We note that these worrying conducts of state security forces do not bear well on our democracy. Sierra Leone has made a lot of gains in consolidating our peace and improving our image in showing respect for human rights and tolerance to opposition members. We urgently call on the Chief of Defense Staff, the Inspector General of Police, and Office of National Security to investigate these acts of violence, harassment, and gross human rights abuses and bring the perpetrators to book. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission cited the role of the security forces in maintaining or destroying a fragile and hard-won peace. They must not toy with it. They must not toy with a fragile and hard-won peace. We equally call on the President's Bureau-led government to condemn all these acts and facilitate the swift investigation of perpetrators, to dispel any belief that the government had any hand in the intimidation and assault of our members. What we demand is a level playing field for all political parties. We must be given the freedom within the laws to operate just as is being done for the SLPP and its flag bearer. We continue to urge our members to remain law-abiding as the APC party, the government in waiting, will not afford to jeopardize the peace of our nation. Our resolve is to see a peaceful and prosperous Sierra Leone. We will use all lawful and democratic means to gain power. We refuse to be provoked. We are concerned about the business of ameliorating the harsh living conditions of our compatriots. We are busy devising workable ways to get our economy better and our nation once again on an upward trajectory. The APC party is focused on saving the nation of Sierra Leone and will continue to utilize all lawful avenues to make its voice heard and rely on the international community to protect our peace. Long live the APC. Long live the Republic of Sierra Leone. In the struggles of the APC, there is victory. God bless us all. God bless Sierra Leone.
In case you just join me, this live
Thank you very
broadcast
much.
as Nader from the press release where the Secretary General will read, and another press release also from the Deputy Secretary General. Then they try for discuss and explain within happening, and they explain
the public notice introducing
the happening the 23rd. And also we don't listen to the people who were involved in this particular incident. And we are here from Noah Sise, the Secretary General, Lansana Dumbuya, and the SS General, the testimony, and Mrs. Kabo, all explain waiting happen, how they arrest them, and from former Deputy Minister Mahmoud thoroughly Imutka still unknown. You know, all the Mutka and no game. As soon as don't listen to their own various statement, then now the press they can add few questions them for then verify. As soon as they hear from the press, releases them where they don't read, and the eyewitness and the victims of what happened, they don't explain within take place now the place there.
Good afternoon. I'm Ibrahim Al-Hussein Kamara, Managing Editor from Pacific. While reading your press statement, you made mention of missing members. You said you fear that some of your members are missing. I would like to know whether you have an estimate of such number. You made mention of the incident at Calabar Town, where you said some of your supporters were arrested. They are bundled into police people. Have you checked with the police to know how many of them were taken? And secondly, on the issue of violence against your supporters, especially senior officers of the party, I saw a letter from GSK writing to arrest the staff. I want to know whether, as a party, other than this press statement you read, whether you've written officially to whether the IG or CBS for an investigation to be done. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Fatima from House of the Radio. Fatima from House of the Radio. Fortunately for you, we just come on a BPRC to follow up with the issue. And of course, we do an interview with the director of Australia and the CMO. And we ask them with regards to this issue, what the BPRC don't do with regards to the same issue being followed with national security and others. And so let me tell you one of things where they say no one make them take more actions, because according to them, they don't get video we will prove waiting happen. So we don't know since when this happened, if we have, as when they talk of videos and all that, the party relates the videos and they told the party regulations waiting for further investigation on this issue.
Well, PPRC already writes in there for investigate the issue. So if they not see video, why they write to the state for make them investigate the issue? But I mean, the gentleman in the blue, and then after that, and then I'll take from here, and that's it.
Let me go straight to the point. I'm Ibrahim Baikoma, Executive Director for Citizens' Right Network, the Civil Society of Human Rights. Suppose the President failed to take action, or the government failed to take action, what will be your next step?
Thomas Awoko newspaper. My own question is, PPRC have already fined the APC for what they call amicus. I don't know. What are you going to do concerning that fine? And do you think it's appropriate for them to fine you when even the SLPP is doing the same?
Yes. Abdulaziz Samora from Standard Times newspaper. Now we are calling on authorities to have a speedy investigation and brought those involved to book. I want to know the party's assurance or confidence in this so-called authority, having in mind that these were this so-called authority, the military, that of the presidential guard, even though they were alleging, but they allege that they were sent by the president. So I want to know the party's confidence in terms of the investigation process.
Starting with the last question. Starting with the last question, the party has put forward a complaint to the necessary authorities. We have instructed our legal advisor, national legal advisor, to make certain representation on behalf of the party, and as we are speaking, I think he's doing all within his power to make sure that we approach the issue as we did it. In terms of assurances, we want to believe that the system is supposed to work. We have submitted our complaint. We are hoping that the police and the necessary security fighters that are responsible for the investigations of all what happened that day, we are hoping that they will do their work properly and they will get back to us. With regards to whether the party has written to the IG or the ONS, I can say to you, apart from the party stance, individual people are also entitled to take individual actions against the necessary security personnel who may have perpetrated this act. So in that regard, that is why you would have noticed that JFK wrote a letter on behalf of the mayor, and also you may have noticed that my name was also included. We were entitled to take parties action as well as personal private action. And with regards to the personal private action, that is what JFK has done. And our national legal advisor, sooner than later, you're going to see specific action from the legal advisor of the party. What will be the next step? The party will publish the next step to you as we sit and decide the necessary actions to be taken. We've already started and we've gone a long way, but as to what comes in the future, we will let you know. And I can assure you that we'll take the appropriate action, we'll take the appropriate next step, a step that will be acceptable to the party and its members and to all Sierra Leoneans, and will take a responsible next step. With regards to the fine, we have seen the letter and think it was 120 million leones, which was 120,000 new leones. As a party, the chairman, the deputy chairman, myself, and all the other party officials are looking at this particular action carefully. We have decided to respond to it appropriately, and we are going to ensure that you will be informed of the action that we will take. Relating to PPRC, I think I've just answered that with regards to the fine, and we will also engage with them. I think we will be engaging with PPRC in the next 2 days, and we will deliberate on this fine and other issues, and also with the unfortunate incident that happened on Wednesday to party members. I think so far we accept. I have addressed all the questions so far, and I want to thank you for your questions and for your participation. Yes. We want to say we have confidence in the investigation, and we hope everything will go well. We want to thank you all for attending, and the Fourth Estate and all those who contributed to this. But let me hand it over to the PRO for the court seat.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This brings us to the end of this press conference. But before we depart, let me recognize the presence of our Deputy National Chairman, Alhaji Ambassador Usman Fodi Ansane, the Mayor of the Freetown Municipality, Yvonne Akisoya, and we are also joined by members of our UK United Kingdom Executive. They are also here. Thank you all for coming. We started with prayers. Let us pray.